will stay running, it won't get too hot. Well, maybe adjust this even more. Well, we'll for sure adjust even more after the next event. Try to save the camera a little bit and from getting in the heat. Other than that, we're just chilling. Just chilling until our time's up, our time starts. Much better, much better. Alright. Good. Long lines though, that's for sure. Seems a lot better. definitely try to keep the phone in as much shade as possible. Let's see, where's the... I think we're pretty good. There's no direct sunlight on it in this angle. Yeah, FPS is not great though. Don't know what we can really do to fix that. Other than try to find a way for this phone to cool down. A lot of waiting, unfortunately. On Sundays, it's always the case. It's an open run group, and a lot of people are running, so. Yeah, but we'll run the stream until it's either too hot that the phone won't run anymore, or we're out of tire. So as the day goes on, more people start heading home too, so. Well, I guess since it's a long weekend, a lot of these people might stay till the very end because no reason not to. Forgot about that part. Stay nice and cool out, even though it's a hot day. big groups of pros, so they'll go multiple cars at least, so. I'm pretty sure, well, I guess these guys are going 3. I know at least 2 on the next one. Probably ask my BMW friend next, or Turbo gets out here. We'll run tandems with him. Closer and closer. Dang, almost like 20 minutes to get to this run. Jeez. Big group though, big group, good. pretty sure the BMW and the purple car are gonna go together. Yeah, 20 minutes to get up here. Dang, Sundays take forever when it's a long weekend, so everyone's staying. Alright, finally up to the front. Oh no. Wonder what happened to the purple car. Locked. Fans are working perfectly fine. I feel like my favorite layout that I like going here. There we go, nice and easy. You don't mind being on camera, do you?
Huh?
You don't mind being on camera? That's stream, so.
Oh yeah, no, I don't get it. I've been waiting to ride in the 240 the whole time I've been here. I came all 3 days.
Dang, yeah. I had my girlfriend yesterday, so I didn't give any of the ride alongs. But,
yeah, I think my buddy rode with you because I think your phone died or something, and he put his phone up there for a video, and I was actually in the Beamer in front of you guys.
Oh, you were? Oh, you're in the purple and silver?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I was like, bro, I got a sick ass video, and he's like, I bet you I got a better one of you. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, the dude's phone died, so he let me put my phone in his mouth. And I was like, oh, for real?
Yeah, like it just got way too hot, and then it's like, oh, it shuts off. But hopefully I'll figure that out before the next event.
Yeah, hopefully by next year I got a car in here myself.
What kind of car you want to get?
I'm not sure yet.
The hard part is a lot of the platforms are getting so expensive.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like 240s, like so many people have wrecked them out that it's hard to get a
So
clean.
I wanted to go with the 240. That was the first thing I said, because like one of my buddies had like 3 of them in a row.
Dang.
And they were just clean as shit. So like he just had fucking a shell sitting in his garage at one point, and then like he had fucking a full built one. Then he got rid of all of them. So like I'd know somebody that knows about 240s at least. So I'd have somebody to go to off rip.
Why did you get rid of all of them?
Just changed into more of a family car. Yeah.
So we got a 4-door drift car. Just kidding.
I hope he does. I know he misses his 240 though.
Yeah, nowadays they're just insanely expensive. So,
Yeah.
hey, it's a Beamer. Oh, funny seeing you here. You want to do the same thing as yesterday?
Yeah. You want to go in front?
Yeah, I'll do in front.
Okay.
All right.
I put these different tires on. These are not Kendas.
They're not?
These are way stickier than Kendas.
Oh, wait. What are they?
They're Zeknova Super Sports.
Zeknovas are really good.
I've never ran them. I had those Kendas at like 20 hot or whatever. I put these at 45 cold, and they have more grip.
Oh, yeah.
Same size. So
Yeah.
it's like, this is fucking sick.
I think towards the end they get a little, like, to me, they kind of start losing a lot of grip at the end.
These ones.
Yeah. So, like, later you might want to pressure them down, but, like, yeah, they got a lot of grip at the beginning.
Yeah. Do they last a while?
Yeah, they last a pretty good amount of time. Like, kind of like the same as, like, Kendas.
I hope so.
Yeah. And you said you got, like, the Super Sports, so, like, the 200.
The 300.
Oh, you got the, okay.
Yeah.
So not like the really sticky ones, because they make a
No.
stickier version of it.
Now, these are like the least sticky ones.
Yeah.
And they're pretty sticky.
Yeah, I use the 300 ones too, because like the other ones were a little bit more expensive. I don't really feel like spending that money.
This thing, they make a lot of smoke too.
Oh, yeah.
Compared to the Kenda. So normally to me, more smoke means less tire life, but
Yeah. We'll see, I guess, you know.
we'll see. I don't know.
They still last a good amount of
I
time.
had to cut my fenders to fit them.
Oh, you did?
They're the same size. I had to cut the fenders. They were rubbing like bad.
Definitely a comp tire then, because they only care what's on the sidewall. They don't care what the actual size is.
Yeah.
So-
I don't know, they're like a 265/40 almost instead of a 35. I don't know. But
I'm down with it.
you want to do the same layout? Sweeper,
Yep.
scoreboard, keel.
And then after keel, straight. Yeah.
I'll try to do better.
Yeah, my buddy wants to ride in that so bad, but he's had a passenger.
Yeah, he takes passengers a lot. I don't know if that one's like one of them he knows, but I never get why I never understood like the very, very low. Like I get it, like sometimes it looks very nice, but like at the same time I'm like I just can't scrape all the time.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be able to stand it.
Yeah.
That's why, like, the one dude that I think he drives Infinity, he was telling me he's got a Mazda B2200, and he's got 2 of them. So one of them's a show truck, and then the other one's a drift truck, and he usually has his drift truck here.
Well, I'm gonna lock this because that's the only thing that's keeping us in most of the time. Okay, so you got this one, and then there's a lap belt on the right. Just so I don't forget, you know.
Yeah, there was one dude that told us, he's like, he was driving a Beamer and he came up to the table that like everybody was waiting for rides. He's like, I'll take 4. And I was like,
Yeah.
what? Like, you'll take 4? And he's like, yeah. So like me and 3 of my homies all went and hopped in.
I have one extra seatbelt in here, but the back is so small. I'm like, I don't really like the time it takes to get people in and out of it, and like,
Yeah.
I don't have the seatbelts through and stuff. I was like,
Yeah, my homie was talking about building the car and he's like, yeah, I'll have a back seat and I'll load everybody in my car.
oh yeah, that's always the most fun. Like I've had it 4 deep in here at like Power Cruise and stuff. That was a pretty good time. And then like, so this is just like a stock 5.3 on the 85.
Okay.
And I was racing like a Camaro, and I started pulling on him, and then he like hits the nitrous button is in his horn, so he just hits the horn and it like triggers nitrous. And then he starts pulling on me, and he's like, "Damn, like you started pulling me. Actually, I hit the nitrous." He's like, "What do you have done to that thing?" I'm like, "Nothing." It's actually shit because it's got like so much blow by like through the cylinder and stuff. But yeah, I was like, all right, well, it's light. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
So. It's funny because we were 4 deep too, so like we were heavy then. But so what do any of your other buddies have cars out here?
No.
No.
So my buddy Mason that rode in here with his phone and put it up there.
Yeah.
He knows a dude from last year with the red Beamer.
Okay. Yep.
So he met him last year. But otherwise, no. I just know the spectators.
Yeah. I mean, like that's the thing here is like getting the ride-alongs and stuff. That's like the best part about this.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah, that's sweet. Like I was telling, it's like there's so many people that like you yell like, "Let me get a ride," and they just drive past you or like glare at you.
Oh.
And like the one dude, like the first day I was here, he put out a whiteboard that said ride along and like had an arrow and everything. I was like, that's pretty cool, man.
Because he's like, yeah, like it seems weird, but like kind of like the drivers are celebrities, right? Like people want ride-alongs. Oh yeah, also below you here, we can push that back so you're not like. There you go. And then see that black line down there?
Yep.
Don't put your feet above it because it's got all my wires and shit.
All right.
And some of them actually fell down. So just try to like not push your feet too high.
Yeah. No, I usually keep them pretty close.
Yeah. So
it's the first day I wore pants, so I don't gotta worry about holding my shit.
Man, oh god, it's so hot out though. I don't know how you do it.
Well, I stand in the shade most of the time.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, for sure. Oh man. And then I also stream on Twitch and YouTube if you ever want to watch or something.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't know if I have Twitch downloaded on this phone, but I have it downloaded on my other one.
It's No Wilderness. It's a weird one. I have to figure out a different name now, but yeah.
Did you start it with something else?
You ever play like old school RuneScape or anything? You ever heard that?
No.
Okay, so it's like a MMORPG, and like there's this like life thing where it's like, it's a mode where you only get one life.
Probably do this run, and then I'll lead you.
Yeah.
And then I think I'm gonna pull off and put those other tires. I just wanted to heat cycle these.
Oh, okay.
Last, and I'm gonna put my fenders back on.
Okay.
So I'll pull off. I'm gonna set the line down. The line is bananas.
You know why it's bananas today? Well, not just that. They normally sell more passes on Sunday because people leave, but it's a long weekend. No one has to leave.
Memorial Day.
Yeah, it's Memorial Day, so like people are like, why don't I don't have to leave right away at the?
Yeah, I seen so many cars.
I didn't either. I was like, why is it so long?
I seen so many cars walking up already that weren't here. Like that vet wasn't here. There's another
big ass trailer full of like the.
Yeah, like there's so many cars that weren't here yesterday. I was like, I'm so glad I decided.
Yeah,
to
that vet and that Z there. I think they're in the same that big trailer.
Something by Gina or something.
Yeah, I think they're just kind of here to like test and tune. So. You know,
is this the only track you ever come to, or?
I used to go to Brainerd, but ever since they built this is kind of the only one I went to. I mean, this one had cash prizes and like a tournament thing.
Is this closer for you?
I live in Fargo, so it's like super nice. I have a trailer now though, so I could like trail it, but I mean, why do that when I can just do this?
Yeah.
I mean, I have the trailer just in case, or like, you know, just for convenience, and because I found a great deal on it, but it's like a 36-foot deck with like a 4-foot dovetail, and then has like the gooseneck. It has a 6-foot platform up there I can put all my tires and stuff on.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm like, oh, I found it for $3,000.
Setup.
I was like, oh, hell yeah, I'm getting that thing for sure. $3,000 for like a 40-foot trailer?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yep, so I work concrete, and so does my buddy, so like, I think I'm going to build a car this winter.
Yeah, that's like, I used to do concrete, like the walls.
Yep.
And like, so that's how I got enough money to fix this. I was so fucking tired because I was also working a second job on the weekends. Yeah. So I was like, I didn't have any time to do anything. Like, I had no time to spend the money. All I wanted to do was go home, sleep, go to work.
Yeah.
So I was like, I didn't spend any of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm planning to do this year, is just save all summer, build something this winter, and then enter the first event next year.
Yeah, and then on my YouTube thing, I'm gonna do like how cheap I can do this series, like this year. So like,
yeah, that'll be sweet.
I bought like I go to like the dealerships and I look for tires. Like these tires are from the dealership, just someone threw them out. So like,
Okay,
you know,
yeah. So just
like,
use tires.
Yep.
Whatever
Yeah,
works.
Exactly. I'm like, whatever you can do to make it the cheapest possible. Like if you need to, don't worry about what other people think or say. Like, don't worry if people are like, man, those are like, because they're like 65 sidewalls on these, so they're tall. I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like, it's out there for practice. If you want to do comp, like I have like a couple sets for like actual competition.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm like, I don't see a point in spending money for.
So how many events do they usually do like per year?
So okay, there's I believe there's this one, 4 or 5 drifting the plains, and then the Drifttober, which is just another one like this. They also have the Grassroots 5K, and that's just one weekend. I don't know when that one is. And then they have the Pro Spec licensing, which is 2 weekends.
Okay.
And that's the one where if you win that, you get a Pro Spec license and you can apply to be in Pro Spec.
Okay.
So you could start actually being on like the
Yeah, I
Formula
think
Drift.
there's somebody here that was like about to go Formula Drift. I want to say it's one of the people in the Infinities.
Oh, in the Infinity?
Yeah.
I thought it was the guy. I thought it might have been one of the guys in that big trailer, like that Corvette.
Oh, it could have been.
Or
I don't know. My homie was saying
maybe?
something about it.
I know Cody Buchanan was here. I don't know if you know who he is, but
Oh, I seen him on the wall.
yeah, he's in the Pro Spec, and he went he got second, so he almost was able to go into Pro this year, but he missed it by 1 spot, so just by a couple points. But he did really good for that was his first season in Pro Spec.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Or maybe it was his second season, one of those two, but still really good for, just up and coming, so.
Yeah, no, I'm surprised like Jake Sherbrooke or any of the Seaboys aren't out here.
Yeah, like I know I've heard that they built their own track.
Yeah, they got a track, but they just built a Miata. I'm pretty sure is what my buddy said. So like, I thought for sure they'd be coming here to show it off.
Yeah.
Like I went to school in like Lake Park, Audubon for a while. So like I went to school with Ben.
Oh, cool.
And he was got to see him every morning on Raider Nation News.
Nice. So like I heard of the Seaboys before, but I didn't know they were like Cormorant. Like,
Yep.
yeah, I was like, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, just some small town boys.
Yeah.
Mason's like, dude, he's like, I want to hang out with them so bad. I was like, bro, you can go drive around Cormorant and probably find their shop.
Yeah.
Just be like, hey, like,
So-
I watch you guys so much because he does. He's like, we get off work, like, I think Thursdays is when they drop videos, and he's, boom, right on his fucking iPad watching their new video.
I like, you ever watch like Cletus?
Yep.
Yeah, he's always good too, and yeah, like, watch a little bit of Seaboys, but I haven't watched too much of theirs, but.
Yeah, I like their shit.
Yeah, I like
Just because it's like it's what I've always wanted to do with like my friends, and we just never had the money for it.
Yeah, that's the hard part. Is like you just don't have the money to it, and then like once you start, like if you have your YouTube series and you kind of start growing, then you can like get more of it, but you're able to do it a little easier. But me and my friends, we're gonna do like a rally where we bought $500 beaters, and like whoever like got points based on how little amount of breakdown you had, or like how little amount of money you had to spend on like fixes and stuff. But then COVID hit and we didn't get a chance to do it, so.
Yeah, I told like all my buddies that were here yesterday, I was like, dude, at least 3 of us gotta have a fucking car in here next year. It's like we have to.
At least 2 so you can tandem together.
Yeah, and he's like, because we had like probably 10 people here total.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, well, only like 3 of us are gonna do it. I was like, that's still 3 people.
Yeah,
like we
that's
can have
enough.
so much fucking fun, bro. Like fuck the other people, they can come and watch.
Yeah.
Or they can get ride-alongs the whole time. Yeah, no, I don't think I think the only time I would not pick somebody up, like, every time I went past them, is if my girl's with me.
Yeah.
But I already told her, I was like, nah, like, you know, if I have a car in this next year, like, you'll get rides, but as soon as you're in the bathroom, I'm giving a passenger a ride.
Yeah, I'll come pick you up on the next lap.
Yeah.
Or if I have like other, like if I have like personal friends here, I'll be like, I'll give them a ride and stuff, and like then they get back in for the remainder. Like
Yeah.
sometimes it gets hot as hell in there, so they're just like, yeah, I'm gonna go sit in the shade. I'm like, okay, man. But yeah, you meet a lot of cool people and like from all over the place. It's crazy how far people come here for like the drifting the planes, and especially the Pro Spec series. Like,
So what is drifting the planes?
it's like it's just like one of these, but they have a competition portion.
Okay.
So and then like it's a point series. So like when it like where it says the point series and stuff up there, who won it? That's what that is. It's like so over all the events, whoever gets the most points and like it's based on like position and how many wins you get, and so like there's a lot of different things that go into it. But like definitely final. Like, it's a war of attrition, really, because, like, if you don't make an event, that's points you're just not going to get, so.
I was standing, like, by where that fucking rescue car is or whatever, and I yelled at this dude in the Z, and I was like, let me get a ride! And he pulled over and picked somebody else up, and I was like, that's so fucked up! I was like, damn, I really cheated myself out of that one.
Yeah.
It's cool to see the big tandems get going,
Yeah.
but it's not very often that it happens.
Yeah. Whether or not they make it through.
Yep. Like the one dude I rode with in a vet, he was driving with a Beamer, and the dude that drove the Beamer was his best friend, and I rode in the vet, and he's like, that's my best friend. He's like, but he fucking sucks, man. Just getting mad at him. I was like, it's all right.
Yeah,
I was like, he still went sideways. I was like, dude, this is the first time I've ever, like, I had a buddy that.
Oh, put your helmet on.
Yeah. I had a buddy that liked to claim he could drift, but he couldn't.
Yeah, I was driving with someone yesterday, and they're like, yeah, I can do the whole thing. I was like, okay, I'll just follow you, and then like he put in. I was like, oh, oops. I was just like, I'll give him a gap, and I'll just kind of sit behind, and I'll be fine.
Yep.
Alright, locked and good. That wall.
That was the smoothest transitions I have felt the whole time.
I thought we were going into that thing so badly. Oh, Jesus. Wee, sweet baby Jesus. Alright, we're going to go and lower the tire pressure. We need a little bit more grip than that thing.
Yeah, no, that was the cleanest sliding that I've felt the whole time I've been here.
Because I have an e-brake, I have to be smooth. People are like, you need an e-brake in here. I'm
Oh,
like,
I didn't even realize
Yeah.
you would have a fucking e-brake.
I have no e-brake. It's all clutch, kick, and throttle control.
That is crazy, man. That's straight talent. I give all props to you.
People are like, you need an e-brake. Like, you need an e-brake for comp. I'm like, watch me. I'll do it without one.
Yeah, no, my buddy will tell you. He's like, no, you don't need nothing as long as you know how to work your clutch.
Yeah. I only hit the clutch to like initiate, and after that I'm just like throttle. You know, it's
Yeah.
got enough torque, it doesn't need it. But